Hey everybody, it's Kim from Mo Scrap, and I wanted to show you what I've been up to today. I got the new Christmas Cards Cartridge that just came out for the season. The back looks like this. And I am very guilty of getting a cartridge because I like one little thing on it and I do that little thing and then I put it away and I don't do anything else with it. So I decided that this time I was not going to do that. So I've been playing just with some white cardstock and figuring out sizes because, as you know, with these little seasonal cartridges you don't get many instructions. So what I did was start with the envelopes. There's two envelopes, envelope 1, envelope 2, and there's 8 card bases or card shapes. So with envelope 1, I just put a 12 by 12 piece of white cardstock on my mat, hit fit to page, and the largest it would cut was, I believe, yeah, this is the largest one. It cut at 7. And this, when I scored it and folded it, it would fit a card 5 1/4 by 7 1/4, which that's a pretty good size card. So then I decided, well, let's see what it does at 6 1/2. So 6 1/2 gave me this size. Then I decided to cut it 6. 6 gave me this size. Then I went down to 5 1/2, and 5 1/2 gave me this size. So I was just playing with it to see how, big the envelopes were. And with the if you cut it at 5 1/2, you can use an 8 1/2 by 11 piece of paper and put it landscape. Like here's your arrow. Put the 8 1/2 by 11 this way, and it'll cut on the 8 1/2 by 11. So I cut all these envelopes just to realize that the only card base or card shape that uses envelope number 1 is card number 8. I believe it's card number 8. I'm sorry, it's card number 6. Back up. Card number 6 is the only oval or elongated card that uses envelope number 1. Every other card base is square, which requires envelope number 2. So card 6 at 5 1/2, envelope 1 at 5 1/2, and it fits perfect. So if you ever want to cut card number 6, which is this one, the more oval shape, whatever size you cut your envelope at, the largest being 7, cut your card base and all your layers that same size. So then I was like, okay, well, that's good for one card. I got 7 more cards. So I put all this to the side and I started playing with the envelopes. Envelope number 2. When I hit fit to page, it cut at 5 1/4, and that required a 12 by 12 piece of paper. And this is the side you get, which is 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. Then I took it down a 1/2 inch to 4 3/4, and that I could use an 8 1/2 by 11 piece of cardstock. And that is, what's that little gooey on there? That is 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. So I wanted to test to see if the card bases matched these sizes. So playing with card number 5, I cut it at 5 1/4, just like this was 5 1/4. When you try to put it in, it is so tight. You have to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then the card like rumples. So I really thought, okay, well, that's not good. See, now I can't even get it out. Okay. So I said, well, maybe it's the corners or something. So card number 8, I cut it. Regular square. Cut it at 5 1/4. And as you can see, no go. And to be honest with you, I did not do a very good job. There's actually a little bit of room hanging out on these sides, so it's actually a little bit bigger. So by then I was getting quite frustrated, knowing that the 5 1/4 wouldn't match 5 1/4. So I decided to take that 1/4 inch off, and I cut card number 4, this shape, at 5. Slide it in like a dream. So my thing is, do what you want to do, but when I use these square envelopes, which envelope number 2 from the Christmas Card Cartridge, whatever I've cut my envelope at, I'm going to shave that 1/4 inch off so I get a good pull. And especially like with this one, this is card number 7. Again, cut at 5. It goes in real smooth. And it has all the ripply edges. This is like the more detailed edge around here. And you can see when I cut card number 7, let me see. When I cut it at 5 1/4 to match the envelope size, you talk about no go. I mean, it basically bends that pretty scallop edge, and that's just not worth the drama. When it's hard to get in, it's hard to get out, and that's not what you want to fool with. So I'm just going to take that 1/4 inch off, slide it in there, slide it out easy, good to go. So I hope that helps all of you that's got this new cartridge. And I'm going to put this information on my blog as well, which is www.moscrap.com. And feel free to leave comments, questions, concerns. Let me know if I did something wrong and I'm just looking at this cartridge in the wrong way. And hopefully before long I'll have some Christmas cards on my blog. Thanks so much. Bye. Okay, so here's a little update. I decided after all that research I was going to make at least one card right now. So I took this like 100 grain cardstock and cut card number 7 at 5 inches like I was saying before. And then I went to all my layers, the first layer being the mat that goes on it. Keeping it at 5 means that card base is completely covered. I didn't like that. So I knocked down my card base a 1/4 inch to 4 3/4, and that gives me that border. So I think I'm going to keep all the other layers at 5. But my mat that goes on the card, for this card at least, which is card number 7, it matches up perfectly and just gets rid of that other color. So that's a little update I just found out I wanted to clue you in on. And when I get this card done, I'll post pictures of it. Alright, thanks. Bye.